Well, hello. I know. It's Friday night, it's late. Normally, you get a video in the morning or sort of lunchtime ish. Honestly, I don't know where today's gone. Um, Nowhere that I could utilise it. It's gone everywhere where I've utilised it for everybody else in the family, obviously. And I sit here now going, oh my God, we haven't spoken. Totally lit the fire. It's freezing, freezing. I hope you're all staying warm. I've lit the fire because guess what we're not turning on? That's right. The energy cap hiked energy. And it's just, hi badge, you can come and sit on me. Yeah, come on. Come on, darling. You can come. What makes me just so incensed with this is there's a post. Come on, you can come. Good boy. There's a post from Ed Miliband talking about why the energy prices are going up and it's all net zero, effectively, is what he's trying to say. Let me read it to you because it made my blood boil, but actually not as much as people that have responded. Energy bills remain too high for families. That's why this government is taking urgent action to help people with their energy bills. Okay, first note. Why do our politicians have to keep saying, that's why this government, that's why we're doing, that's why? As though that's why makes it better. That's why does not make it better. And you saying that's why to try and explain to us that's why, we know that's why you are raising everything. Well, the bit that you've said that's why, people are worried about their energy bills. People can't pay for their energy bills, hence why they sit in one room in the house with the fire lit, all the dogs on them, and possibly, if they're lucky, an electric blanket. That's why this country is reacting so harshly towards the Labour government. That's why this country is going further and faster to speak their voice about what they will not tolerate. And that's why this Labour government is the most unpopular government in decades, and that's why this Prime Minister has an approval rating of 0.4000%. That is hyperbole, I'll give you that one. I think it's like 0.51%, but come on, we were on a roll then, weren't we? So anyway, Ed Miliband is saying this winter 1 in 5 families will get the £150 off their bills through the warm home discount. So 1 in 5 families will get 150 quid off their bill. 4 in 5 families will pay for it. 4 in 5 families will pay for a measly 150 quid that you said was going to be 300 quid in the election. They will get 150 quid off, and 4 families will pay for it. And those 4 families that are paying for it will be 4 families that are just about or possibly not even able to make their own heating charge or bills, their own energy bills. So they'll be doing what we're all doing, which is not turning on the heating, not having a warm house this winter because they can't afford it, but they're paying for someone else to have it. They're paying for 150 quid for someone else to have it, because that's a bit that Ed Miliband didn't tell anyone. When he said about the warm winter discount, everyone thought that the government would be paying for that. No, 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 no. It's you and me. I don't get the 150 quid, but I'm paying for somebody else to have the 150 quid, and I don't have the heating on in my house. There you go. So then we move on to what people say to Ed Miliband. And the first one is, how can politicians get away with lying and robbing us blind? Great question. Somebody else says, oh, there you go. You promised everyone £300 off. You lied. Yeah, great point. And then we've got Ed Miliband in 2022 making a tweet about the Conservative. Yes, I know, it's very annoying. Ed Miliband tweets about the Conservative Party, and he says, the energy price cap will rise again this week. He puts that in capital letters. We are heading for a national emergency. Labour has called for an urgent freeze to energy bills, but neither the Prime Minister nor the candidate to replace him have anything of substance to say. The lack of leadership is shameful. So Ed Miliband has called out the previous government when they were in power for doing exactly what Ed Miliband has done. Now, we know he's not the sharpest tool in the box. We know that anyway. But if we ever needed proof, that was it. And the thing is, people say to me, oh, you know, calm down, don't blow a gasket. It's really difficult to be calm when absolute morons sitting in the subsidised number 10 Downing Street. I bet they've got the heating on. I bet they're not all sitting with a hot water bottle on their knee when they're having a cabinet meeting, are they? No. I bet they're not all wearing 3 vests, a t-shirt and 2 jumpers. No. I bet the number 10 cat isn't sitting on their knee to warm them. The number 10 cat's probably moved out. I wouldn't blame it. It's just... I mean, I know it's Friday night and everything. I know, nonners. Don't be worried about Mummy. Mummy is okay. Badgie, Mummy is okay. But Mummy is just very, very cross that this Labour government is single-handedly destroying our communities. Should we have a laugh? Look, let's make ourselves a bit. Badger for Prime Minister. I mean, I'm telling you, if that's not an intelligent dog, I don't know what is. Just by doing that, Badgie, we've turned you into somebody way more intelligent than Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer. You can have that. Badger for Prime Minister. Not really, darling. I wouldn't let that happen to you because they are all horrible. So anyway, that's really incensed me. And it's incensed me because this is happening on a day when there are people that are sitting at home like I am. I mean, I can barely feel my fingers. It's not a joke. And part of me doesn't want to put the heating on anyway. Part of me is like, screw you. I mean, I do actually. But there is a lot of me that says screw you because they're dictating every form or every bit of our lives, and they're taking the fun and the enjoyment and just the basic human rights out of everything. I mean, food inflation. We can't eat. I mean, God, they're going to start taxing us for sleeping soon, aren't they? Because we're all going to bed early because bed is the only warm place to be. You know, you sit downstairs and it gets to I'm a Celebrity and you think, oh, I don't want to put another log on the fire. I'm just going to go to bed. People are literally hibernating in their beds like Charlie Bucket's family. And that's not a joke. And, I mean, we might see a rise in births, I guess, if everyone's going to bed. Although there's a certain age group where that's not going to be a thing. But, yeah. I think we ought to end it there because I will get really stressed and I have got quite a few things that I should be doing, although it's now actually quite nice and warm sitting here with the dig dogs. So maybe we'll sit here for a little bit longer, Badger. Yeah, we'll do that for a bit longer. Anyway, don't let me raise your blood pressure because it's just not worth it. It isn't worth it. But keep commenting, keep liking, subscribing and sharing. Let's keep getting all of these messages out because the more we all come together, the more our voice will be heard. One lone voice doesn't get us very far, but all of our voices together, and remember, there's over 50,000 of us now. Yay! We will get somewhere. Anyway, before I start really, really rambling, I'm going to go and see if I can crawl away from the dog and raid the Christmas sherry. It's an Aldi one that I bought about, it can't be 3 years old, can it? I think it lasts, doesn't it? I mean, it's sherry, it goes on for years. And it literally comes out at Christmas and winks at me. But sherry goes straight to my head and it gives me a headache. So I can only have like literally a thimble. But I might actually have to go and have a thimble of sherry. Or one of my honey and lemons with a slug of the Christmas cake brandy in it. I mean, it's like lighter fuel, but who cares? It works. Right, I'm off. I'll speak to you soon.